Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading with the nightly market update for Wednesday, August the 31st, last day of the month. We are getting ready to head into September, and a lot of selling going on, and that's sometimes typical for the end of the month. And then we'll see what we get tomorrow as far as maybe a little buying stepping in. But let me move this out of the way. But today was kind of a messy day here. This is the ES. I like to track the ES. This is a futures market here, and because we get overnight data that we do not get with the SPX. This light gray is the overnight session, in the black area here, that's today's what's called the cash session. So as you can see, we opened up here, immediate flush down, big spike higher, flush down, spike higher, flush down, spike higher, and this went on all day long. Flush down, spike higher, down, spike higher. And I thought at this point, that we might get a reversal here and maybe, come back up here. I was thinking we might possibly get here. I actually had a trade on down here that worked beautifully. But we failed twice here and then had a big flush down there at the end of the day. This kind of stuff it can be very profitable, but it can be very nerve-wracking as well. I did a little tiny trade. We risked $120, literally $120, and we made a little over $900 on the trade. And if the trade didn't work, okay, we're out $120, and not a big deal. So I like to do the real high risk reward kind of trades in this market because a lot of them don't work, and if they don't, we don't want to be out too much money. But again, unfortunately, that's not what I typically do. I have done a lot of those, and I like doing those actually, and I've done a whole lot of them this year. But typically my trades are further out in time, like 15 days out, 30 days out, 45 days out, 60 days out in time to give them a little more time to work. But as it is right now, with this market, I have no idea where we're going to be 30 days from now or 45 days from now, or more. And we continue to be in a real data-driven market with inflation being the key determining, factor right now. And, is the Fed going to keep raising rates? Are they going to stop raising rates? What's going to happen? Is inflation going to go up or down? Or, what's going to happen? And, of course, we have all the data coming in to help push and pull on that. And that's why this market is so erratic. So what we've got now, always look at the next, the next events that are coming up. And on Friday, this Friday would be September 2nd, we have payrolls, non-farm payrolls come in. That'll tell a lot about the strength of the economy and that type thing, which will have a lot to do with the Fed determining which way they're going to go. A lot of other, we've got a holiday here, but also a lot of other data coming in here. But the biggest one is on the 13th, right there. We have CPI, and the 14th, which is PPI, and then on the 21st is the next Fed meeting where they actually will make policy and have a press conference and all that kind of stuff. So, I have no idea what's going to go on between now and then. But what the market has shown us, we'll do a 10-day chart here, is that it does not like what's going on. This is, again, 10-day chart, and we're at 43.15 over here, and we're just down, 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 down. This red line is our Voodoo Fire line, which is an Elliott wave based line. Little bit of a bounce here, and then just free fall, and a little bit of bounce here, free fall, a little bit of bounce here, free fall. So what do you think will happen? A little bit of bounce here, free fall, and I think we keep going this way to the downside. And let me show you where I think we might go. Again, these are Voodoo lines, and I would say that it's kind of a layup that we get down there. That's 39.34 on the ES. And does this hold or not? Who knows? I don't know. If we break that, we got a skyline there, the next snow line. The white line is a snow line, the blue ones are skylines. So we could keep going. I had been saying that kind of over in this area, I thought, and I can't remember what that big move up there was. I can't remember. Anyway, I was thinking this fire line is a pretty good level of resistance for us to get back through. And I said, if we don't get through this, there's a pretty good chance we've come down here and we could actually take out this, this low on the year and turn into something ugly. And I was thinking like 3,400 down here. And then, that's when we got the last CPI report. And the last CPI report came in slightly 0.03% better than expected, and boom, rally, right? Just rip straight up, because that was the market interpreted that to mean that inflation is, we've reached peak inflation and maybe we'll start coming back down, and I don't think that that's necessarily the case at all. So this could keep trending down here. It could turn on a dime if we get the next CPI and it is in fact a lower number. Yeah, then we're off to the races, and with good reason, right? But there's no way to make that call yet until we know how that's gonna turn out. The Fed has said, and this is what that long red candle right there was when Powell spoke. You guys remember at last Friday? Yeah, last Friday. Or Thursday at the Jackson Hole. It's Friday that Powell spoke, and he said that the Fed's going to keep moving aggressively to raise interest rates to get ahead of this and all that kind of stuff. And the market did not like that at all. So that's why we are where we are now. So same thing. I mean, across the board, if you look at the NASDAQ here, same thing. Very, very, very similar pattern. The rut here, let's see. Rut, very, very, very similar pattern. So we are really in kind of a holding pattern, or drifting lower and holding, really just waiting on more data to come in. And again, the biggest one, we'll have ISM data tomorrow, and I think there's some jobless claims tomorrow and some other stuff, but the biggie will be on Friday when we have payrolls. But anyway, I've been saying the same thing for months and months and months, because we've been trading this market this way since really January 1st of the year. We were all-time high in January 1st, and then boom, we've been going down ever since. And I switched gears very, very early on and said we need to treat this market with kid gloves, and we need to size down and really limit our risk and put tight stops, and when you get a small profit, take it. And that's what I've been doing, and we are up almost 30% in the bias portfolio that I run at Simpler, and it's working well. And I'm using smaller size than I normally do, so I'm pretty happy with it. But it's not been easy. It's been a tough market to trade, but I will continue trading that way until this thing clears. The sky is kind of clear and we kind of get some clarity. And what I mean by that is that we want to get in a trend, a substantial trend, either up or down. We've had one down most of the year, but all along the way, we've had the whipsaw back and forth. Once we get back in a trend, and preferably to the upside trending pattern, we can start going out further in time on our expirations for options trades. We can start kind of buying the dip on some stocks and things like that, and it will get a lot easier. We can start putting some size back on. But right now, just be nimble, be very careful, and trade this thing, like the market that it is, which is a crazy psycho market. So again, not to say you can't make money in it, but you got to be a lot more nimble, and you got to watch it a lot closer. So if you want to do this, that trade I was telling you earlier, where we put literally, we did some options that were 60 cents, and we did 2 contracts. So it was $120 at risk, and we made 900, and I think it was 940 or something like that. But anyway, if you want to see that, I did that real time in the main room, the options gold room, and also did it in the bias room. So we're posting those trades all the time. So if you're not in there and you want to see that, come in there and join us. I'm not the only one in there putting trades on as well, but the options main room, or my individual room, is called the bias room, BIAS room, and come check it out. So thanks for the time, guys. I hope that helps. Hope it makes sense. Again, if you are not having fun trading this market, or maybe struggling a little, or or just want to trade with some other like-minded people, come on in and join us, and be glad to have you. So thanks for the time. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you next update. Thanks.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency. It's one of the things that won me